Hey guys, what's up? It's me again, your coach John Kelly, and this is a very special module for me because I suffered from insomnia, which led to depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts when I was a firefighter. So I wanted to create this sleep guide to help guide you guys on how to get better sleep and just give you some tools that you can use that I used after leaving the fire department to help regain the ability to sleep through the night. Now, this is by no means the exhaustive list of things you could do to improve your sleep. I will add some more sleep strategies, but wanted to give you a quick overview of the main things that we want to focus on because we all understand that sleep deprivation is the biggest reason for hormone problems, for mental health issues, and ultimately for diseases like cancer and heart disease that we want to avoid. So focusing on our sleep as much as possible when we're not at the firehouse, and then taking specific strategies coming off shift and when we're working are going to greatly improve our sleep deprivation and improve our ability to sleep outside of work. So let's get into it. Firefighters often face sleep deprivation due to the demands of 24-hour shifts and high stress situations. In this guide, we're going to provide specific strategies to help sleep quality and improve overall well-being. Number one, you got to prioritize sleep. What does that even mean? That means that sleep has to be one of your highest priorities when it comes to the things you're going to do to improve your health. Above fitness, above nutrition, sleep has to be top two, with stress management being number one. So you want to aim for 7 to 9 hours over a 24-hour period. You're not going to be able to get 7 to 9 hours in one shot, and don't stress about that because if you wake up at 3 in the morning on your day off and you're stressing about not getting sleep, it's going to lead to more anxiety, more sleep deprivation. So we just want to get 7 to 9 hours in a 24-hour period, okay? We want to make sure that our sleep environment is at a premium. Most of you probably have blackout shades. If you don't, get blackout shades. You want to make sure your AC is about 68 to 67 degrees so that your body temperature lowers. The lower your body temperature is, the better you're going to sleep. And then you want a consistent sleep schedule. That means you want to go to bed at the same time every night and get up at the same time every day. We know that we're going to get up at 5:30, 6 a.m. every day, actually probably earlier because we got to be at work by 6:30 so we can be on shift at 7. That means that your body's going to get up naturally around 5:30. So you got to start going to sleep at 9 or 10 o'clock. You're not going to fall asleep right away, but you want to start your bedtime routine around 9 o'clock. Your body recognizes routine. It's a slave to routine. My routine currently is around 10 o'clock. I go take a shower, I floss, I brush my teeth, I shave, do whatever I need to do before bed, lay down, watch some YouTube videos, and then when my eyes start getting tired, I put on white noise in the form of rain, and this drowns out all the other little noises the dogs and the cats make throughout the night. It allows me to sleep through the night. I go to bed around the same time every day and get up around the same time every day without an alarm. You guys got to start doing that. I know that you can't control calls on shift, but when you're not on shift, don't stay up late, don't dick around. Make it a habit to get to bed at the same time, even on the weekends. I know that's hard. If you want to go out and party, that's cool once in a while. But overall, you want to make sure that you're getting more sleep, not less. In your shifts, you want to take naps. You want to be proactive. If you're at a busy station and you know you're not going to get sleep at night, start taking naps as much as possible. I know that some people frown upon that, but you got to realize this is your life, and once people start to understand the importance of holistic health in the fire department, I think that everybody's going to get on board. So take time to get some 20 to 30-minute naps multiple times a day. Staying hydrated is great, but you don't want to drink too much water before you go to sleep because then you got to get up and pee a lot. So drink the majority of your water early on in the day. Healthy eating. You don't want to eat too close to bed. If you go to bed with a full stomach, then your body's going to be digesting food all night long and you're not going to get good sleep. The same with alcohol. You don't want to drink alcohol before bed. You don't want to drink alcohol at all, ideally, but if you're going to drink alcohol, drink it earlier in the evening, once in a while. Don't drink it before bed. Don't eat right before bed. When you come off shift, you want to establish a routine. If you had a bad night, I know what happens. You get up in the morning and you go and you talk to the guys and you have a cup of coffee. Avoid that cup of coffee if you had a rough night, because you want to go home and get sleep right away. You want to get as much sleep as early as you can so that you can make sure you're improving your sleep debt. So drinking caffeine before bed and drinking caffeine in the morning is going to make it almost impossible for you to sleep good. You might fall asleep, but your quality of sleep is going to be poor, which is going to lead to problems down the road. So if you had a bad shift, avoid the caffeine. If you slept all night and you want to have a great day and you want to have coffee in the morning, feel free. But your sleep is more important than caffeine. So avoid the caffeine first thing in the morning. Create a sleep sanctuary like we talked about earlier. We want your bedroom to be for sleep. When you get in that bed, you want your body to recognize that that's for sleep, okay? You don't want to have a TV in your room. You want to make sure that you do everything outside of your room except for sleep and time with your significant other. That's all your room should be for. Because if you use your room for other things, then your body's going to have mixed signals about what it means to lay down. Managing sleep debt. So you had a rough shift, you got to sleep more on your days off. And I know this sounds intuitive, like, oh yeah, everybody does that. But I don't know how many times I would get off a shift and I would go straight to the gym or take my kids to school and then go to the gym, and then I'd stay up the whole day and I wouldn't get any sleep throughout the day because I had another job. I had my training. I had responsibilities. I had errands to run. And those things exist for everybody. So you have to be smart about knowing, hey, I had a bad shift. First things first. Okay, I get it. We all got little kids. We want to take them to school, but then come home and go to sleep. Get that sleep first thing and then go do your other stuff. Don't power through the day. Sleep banking. You want to bank sleep, getting extra rest on those CR days, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys do this, but making it intentional gives it more meaning. Our minds are very powerful. If we are intentionally banking sleep and recovering from sleep debt and creating a sleep sanctuary and having a consistent sleep schedule, you're going to see much better quality of sleep, which is going to pay dividends down the road. I use what's called an Oura ring so that I can monitor my sleep, and this gives me data that allows me to see how my behavior affects my sleep. If I see that my behaviors are affecting my sleep negatively, I'll do that less. If I see that it's affecting it positively, I'll do that more. So having something like this allows you to make better decisions. And that's going to be on another module where we talk about wearables. Now, something that also really helps are certain sleep supplements that balance you out. You don't want to take sleeping pills, but you can take things to supplement your body and improve your body's ability to relax. Melatonin. There's been a lot of studies on melatonin lately that's saying taking it is not bad for you. I know that when I was in the fire department, people would say, oh, if you take melatonin, you're not going to produce it yourself. Now people are saying more melatonin is good. And we'll talk about that on another module. But melatonin has helped me sleep. I take about 5 milligrams before bed. It's also part of my wind down routine. Magnesium. Magnesium is probably the best overall supplement for a multitude of things outside of vitamin D. So make sure you're taking 400 milligrams of magnesium a day, and even better, before bed. Some of these herbs, valerian root, chamomile, L-theanine, passion flower, they improve sleep quality, they reduce anxiety. I also use something called holy basil, which is an adaptogen, which lowers my stress levels, which helps me sleep. Combining all of these things together is going to give you a little bit more support for you to sleep better. A lot of these supplements you can find in combination in different supplements, but you want to make sure you're getting the right milligrams. The dosages are right here for you guys. Amino acids can also help, like glycine and 5-HTP, which converts serotonin and can improve your mood and promote sleep. And what we're looking to do here is give ourselves the best opportunity to sleep better as much as possible. We cannot control our shifts. We cannot control our sleep at work. So we have to control everything outside of that. Because if we can't control our sleep on shift and then we don't take responsibility for our sleep and our health off shift, you have a recipe for disaster. So here's an example sleep schedule, right? Before your shift, a light dinner early so that you can digest your food. A relaxing activity like your wind down routine, avoiding screens. The reason that you should avoid screens is twofold. One, blue light keeps you up longer. Two, most times when you're on a screen, you're looking at social media, which ends up creating either that doom scroll dopamine effect, or it heightens your fight or flight response due to watching stressful things. I can't tell you how many times I've been scrolling social media and I've seen somebody get hit by a car, somebody get shot, something that pissed me off, and then that creates more of a fight or flight situation. We want to be in rest and digest, parasympathetic nervous system. So we want to create that situation. If you got to get up at 5 a.m., you should be in bed by 9 p.m., hopefully asleep by 10 p.m., and this way you're able to get those 7 to 9 hours of actual sleep. During your shift, every single day, if possible, when you have sleep issue, you want to get sun in your face early in the morning because that's going to set your circadian rhythm for the day. If you get sun in your face for about 5 or 10 minutes early in the morning, you're going to tell your mind that it's daytime, turn on all of your daytime hormones, and then 12 hours later, your body's naturally going to cycle into your nighttime hormones, and it's going to help you wind down better. Okay? So get a short nap in after lunch, have a light dinner, and the same process you do at home, you do at the station. Okay? Post shift, right? You end your shift, you go home, you avoid caffeine. If you had a bad shift, you have a light breakfast, you get into your wind down routine, you take your kids to school, whatever you need, you get into that sleep sanctuary, and you make that 7 to 9 hours up. If you got 5, get 3. If you got 6, get 2. If you got 3, get 5. You understand what I'm saying? Later on in the day, if you feel great, don't nap. If you don't feel great, take a nap. Bank that sleep as much as you can. And once again, you got your light dinner because you don't want to be digesting food. You want to avoid alcohol. You don't want to have any caffeine after 12 o'clock, even on shift, because that's going to make it harder for you to sleep. Caffeine has a very long half-life. So if you have it at 12, it's still in your system at 10 p.m. So make sure you're avoiding caffeine after 12. You're avoiding alcohol before bed. You're not eating, and you're following a consistent sleep schedule, having a sleep sanctuary, and making sure that sleep is a high priority for you. Okay, by following these strategies, you're going to improve your sleep quality. The intention of improving your sleep quality is going to improve your sleep quality. If you guys have any questions, if you have any issues beyond what we talked about here, I can walk you through what has worked for me and my clients in the past, and I can definitely guide you in the right direction so that not only do you sleep better, but you get better results from your nutrition and your training. Because with good sleep comes good nutrition, because your sleep affects your hormones. And what you're eating is determined by your hormone makeup. And your fitness level is also determined by your hormones. So it all goes back to healthy hormones, which means low stress as much as possible and quality sleep. And we'll get into more depth and all this stuff as we go. This is just a brief overview of how to improve sleep, and I'll see you guys on the next one.